and then pour our cold custard into it. So our bottom goes on, and then we're just going to put that in the fridge for 5 minutes.
While it cools, John makes icing for the topping.
Icing sugar in it, tiny dash of water.
Has everyone made icing before?
I have once, but it didn't really work. It went like rock.
G'day guys, welcome to Junior MasterChef. Today's Masterclass, we're going to be cooking something very exciting. It's a classic pastry called a vanilla slice. Puff pastry puffs up, but for this dish particularly, we want it to be flaky rather than puffed up. So what we do is we put holes in it, and that'll stop it from puffing up altogether. Whenever you pick up a tray, use a cloth, please. You don't know if it's hot or cold. Now, we're going to make the custard, 500 mils of milk. And to flavour the milk, we're going to use a vanilla bean. If you're going to do this at home, make sure that you've got a responsible adult with you.
Next, John adds sugar to 8 egg yolks.
The sugar has to dissolve in the egg yolks. Now, everybody thinks you get lumps in custard from flour. It's not. You get lumps in custard because your sugar's not dissolved, and then the flour wraps itself around the sugar.
So no excuses for lumps here. You got to really beat it through.
Then he adds flour and corn flour, and finally, half the warmed milk.
Whip the eggs and the milk together and pour that into your pot. Take the vanilla pod out. The milk or the custard is hot, so just don't dive in your fingers.
How do you know when it's ready?
The whole thing should be the same consistency. Very thick custard. Look at that.
Nice.
Pastry, it's just about ready.
Looking good?
It is looking good. So now we need to cut our pastry to the size of our tin, and then pour our cold custard into it. So our bottom goes on, and then we're just going to put that in the fridge for 5 minutes.
While it cools, John makes icing for the topping.
Icing sugar in it, tiny dash of water.
Has everyone made icing before?
I have once, but it didn't really work. It went like rock.
Now cooled, John tops the pastry with the white icing, followed by 2 flavoured icings, strawberry and chocolate.
Now I'm going to feather the icing. So you take the skewer and you drag the skewer through the icing, and you drag the skewer the other direction.
A masterpiece.
The vanilla slice is ready to go. We now just got to think about the presentation and really watch your fingers. How lovely does that look? So there you have it, vanilla slice and feathered icing.
What do you think of that?
Looks amazing.
I think it's time for you guys to take control in the kitchen and try and make them as good as John's.
Off to your benches, wash your hands, and let's get cooking.